Have you ever had any fake friends using you for clout or even family members? What's your type for a boy? What are some of your insecurities? But my biggest insecurity used to be basketball. I don't feel very good about myself and and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. It has been like a year since I filmed a Q&A, and I definitely think that I need to film more of these, so occasionally we can just check in with each other and I can just be honest about things that you guys are wondering about. I told you guys to ask me some questions on my YouTube community page and not hold back. So I can't wait to see what you guys asked, and I'm going to try to answer them as honestly and as vulnerably as I can. Thank you to everyone who asked a question. I cannot answer all the 296 questions, but I will try to answer the top ones. That's all I gotta say, and let's just get on into the video. The first question was, do you get judged at school for having a YouTube channel? How did people act after you started getting big? I mean, I don't know what really happens like behind my back or behind the scenes, but my friends and classmates have always been pretty supportive of my YouTube channel. Sometimes it can be hard to balance it with school, and I think that some people that don't really know me as well or aren't in my grade don't really understand that this is a hobby that I've had since like elementary school. It's been a big part of my life, and it's just something that's more normal for me and not just like a clout chase. It's been hard to like stay safe with so many people, you know, knowing where you live. Sometimes I worry that people at school will expose my address or things like that, but I tell myself that I can't control other people's actions, but I can only control my own. I try my best to keep myself safe, but I cannot control other people. I don't necessarily get judged, but I do think that school would be different if I didn't have a YouTube channel. How do you feel about people your age dating? It really is relative and specific to the person and the relationship and what type of relationship, because I really can't judge all relationships and I really need the bigger picture. I definitely think that dating in middle school isn't necessary, but I don't necessarily see anything really wrong with it. But the relationships I really don't support are the really awkward ones that are low in communication, because I feel like once you figure out someone likes you and they figure out you like them, it can become a little bit awkward and the communication is a lot lower, and communication is such a big part of a relationship. So without it, that relationship isn't gonna last. I definitely don't think it's the best thing to date a ton of people in middle school, because once you date someone, you don't really want to date them again, or at least in my opinion. So when you go to high school, your dating options might be a little smaller if you dated everyone in middle school. And middle school is an awkward time, so like the relationship is kind of like bound to end most of the times. If you want to have like a bigger selection for high school, definitely date sparingly and think about your choices before, you know, act on them. Do you pay for your own clothes? For example, Brandy Melville is very expensive, so do you pay for these clothes yourself or do your parents pay? So before my YouTube channel really started becoming a business, I actually didn't have that many Brandy Melville clothes, if you're talking about that specifically, but my parents bought most of my clothes. My parents have bought like a couple of my Brandy Melville items, but right now I've been paying for all of my clothes by myself. My parents have bought my basketball shoes and stuff, but there are definitely clothes that aren't super necessary and I'll pay for them my own, because I just want to be able to help them out, and also like it isn't necessary for me to have like a Brandy Melville crop top, so it's definitely should be like a personal expense of mine, not them. What is your favorite thing / best quality about yourself and why? I feel like sometimes it can be really hard for people to talk about what they like about themselves, and I know that a lot of other YouTubers would avoid this question, but I do think it's important to have some self-confidence, and you can appreciate parts of yourself without being cocky about it. Like, I don't think about it a lot, but I would say my vulnerability. I feel like it's really easy for me to open up to people, especially like if they're like my people, you know, like we just connect. I feel like it's a really popular, common thing to say, and I'm not saying that these people are lying, but a lot of people are like, it's really hard for me to open up, like I just bottle all my emotions, and sometimes I feel alone because there are not a lot of people that will just be flat out like, I'm really good at talking about my emotions, and I've just always felt like talking about my emotions has been an easy thing. It can be easy to see it as a weakness, but I actually do find strength in talking to people about my feelings because I'm not afraid to admit that something is wrong. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone, and when you don't, you end up weaker than you would have been if you really opened up to them about it and found help. First period story. I'm sorry, I had to. Honestly, my period story really isn't interesting. It just happened at home like the summer before 6th grade, and I was just like, Dad, I need help.
This is so humiliating!
Have you ever had any fake friends using you for clout, or even family members? I don't really want to get into detail because I know a lot of people from my school watch my videos, and I don't really think it's like that respectful to get really into detail. There haven't been that many like incidents, not really a big deal, but like it's really easy to spot out when someone wants to use you, because most people won't actually go through that long process of getting to know you on a friendship basis, getting closer to you just to be in a video. It's really easy to tell if that person only talks to me about my YouTube channel, but I mean, I think it happened a few times, but I'm really cautious about it, and I try to be really cautious about it. What YouTuber would you love to collab with, big or small? I would love to collab with Caroline Manning. I really like the style of her videos and how clean they are, and I don't know, I just really like her personality and watching her videos. I think that'd be really cool. She doesn't really do collabs that often, but I think that'd be really fun, and I'd love to collab with her. Who is your celebrity crush? My celebrity crush is probably Chase Crawford, and he's Nate from Gossip Girl. I don't know, I'm just like really here for like the dirty blonde bangs and like the blue eyes. The next question is, what's your type for a boy? Like, this might sound cliche, but I do like masculine boys that like are athletic, but I definitely think a big trait is faithfulness and loyalness and faith in God. If I ever was in a relationship, I'd want a relationship that wouldn't bring me farther away from God, but like closer to him and keep me in a right path. Their morals have to be lined up with mine, not completely, like there are definitely going to be different opinions, but just the basic foundation needs to be similar. I'm not really too picky though, and I've definitely liked like different genres of people, but that's just like the overall type. What are your dream jobs? This sounds weird, but I would love to be a therapist. I would love to do something with social media also. If I could continue what I'm doing right now, I'd honestly really like that, but I definitely want to go to college. I think being a lawyer would be cool. I really like things like debate. I just really like public speaking, maybe being pastor, like a motivational speaker. I just really want to have a job that's going to allow me to interact with other people, because I think that that's really important for me. Do you get a lot of hate comments referring to your age? How do you feel about being so young and having such a platform that can reach so many people? I don't really get too much hate on my age. A lot of people are shocked about it, but I don't know if I should take that as hate or just pure shock. I don't really have any negative feelings about being young and on the platform, because I think that that gives me more comfort that I have time to build up my business, and that I'm going to be like learning from things. And I know a lot of older people are making a lot of mistakes on the internet, and just being able to witness their mistakes has made me more aware on what I need to avoid. I definitely think that starting young on YouTube can give you a lot of emotional stress, which is definitely a con, because like your hormones are going crazy, you're going through new things, but for people to have their own opinions on you and be able to just comment them can be kind of overwhelming sometimes. But I'm always grateful to have the platform that I have, and I would never take it back. How are you feeling about high school next year? I mean, I definitely want to have advice. I'm gonna try to stay in my own lane. I'm a little nervous for high school though. It's gonna be interesting to be at the bottom of the pyramid again. Like, I don't really know like what's crossing the line. I'm a person where I really like to say hi to people in the hallways and be really social, but I don't know like if upperclassmen are even gonna want to say hi. I just need to be relaxed and not too social, I guess. I don't know. What are some of your insecurities? This school year, I'm figuring out a lot about myself, and a lot of things about me are changing. My biggest insecurity, and I know this is gonna sound really weird because like not that many YouTubers my age, my gender really say this, but my biggest insecurity used to be basketball. I just had a negative mindset. It was just such a negative place for me, and honestly this might sound cheesy, but I prayed about it so much, and now I'm finally in this place where I'm so excited to play basketball, and it's the greatest feeling ever, and it's been keeping me really happy. And I'm just so grateful to have God work in my life through that way, because I feel like now I have such positive emotions to basketball, and it used to be my biggest insecurity, and now it's making me so happy. So that's really showing to me about how I can change as a person and how my mindset can change. Definitely an insecurity of mine is performance at school. I think that I've set myself to such a high standard that when I don't meet it, I don't feel very good about myself, and sometimes I compare my grades to other people's, and that's been something that I've been trying to remind myself of, that performance is not all who you are. But it's just hard when I feel like getting straight A's was all I knew, and now I just feel like it's just gonna get harder and harder. Do you have a boyfriend? Absolutely not. What do the kids at your school think of your YouTube channel? I do think that some people respect it, and I don't know everyone's full opinion on it because I try not to bring up my channel at school, so I've never really asked anyone their opinion on it, but the people who have talked to me about it seem to enjoy it. Sorry guys, I just had to clear some space on my camera. Do you like to be a VSCO girl? I'm really starting to resent that term, and I'm just done with the whole VSCO girl thing. I wouldn't consider myself a VSCO girl. How old are you? I am 13 years old. I'm filming right now. Can you guys please be quiet? I'm filming. I'll be almost done. Okay, I'll finish this Q&A later. I'm back. I just came back from the mall in piano class, and we're gonna finish answering these questions. This one is actually a really interesting one, and I have a lot to say about this, and I've been thinking about it a lot. How do you feel about modesty? Especially for Christians, do you feel like you should wear some clothes? Or do you think it's okay to wear bikinis? Love you. Thank you so much, Cake Lady. I think that recently I've really been learning the importance of modesty. Modesty is really hard, to be honest. There are so many cute clothes that I like that are not very modest. I have a lot of, you know, crop tops. I used to not feel that uncomfortable with it. I was satisfied with what I was wearing. I feel like I didn't really care that much, and I wasn't really looking at the scripture for guidance on that. I don't look down on people who wear crop tops. I have a lot of them, but lately I've just been feeling really uncomfortable in them. Not in a way where I'm necessarily insecure about my body, but I just feel like overexposed. So I've been trying to like revise my closet. I've actually been selling a lot of my Brandy Melville on my Depop, so if you guys want to buy some crop tops, my Depop is down below. I've been selling a lot of things, so if you guys want to buy something for me and want a little handwritten card with some stickers with the clothing, just make sure to make a purchase. I really appreciate it. I've been kind of getting rid of my more cropped clothing one by one because I'm just not finding that much happiness and value in wearing those things right now, at the moment at least. Do you hesitate to post certain videos due to how people react over things nowadays, or are you just bold? This is a pretty hard question for me to answer because it seems like people on YouTube like to watch people who are bold, but sometimes I'm afraid of insulting people. I've tried to keep it as respectful as I can, but I also try not to lose my passion and boldness and what my opinion is, because I don't want to become so cautious about what other people think that I justify everything and my opinion seems kind of blurred. Your opinions on drugs / vaping, etc. in middle school. I do not recommend anyone to try that in middle school. I mean, I respect everyone, and I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I think even if you do want to try those things, don't try them in middle school because our hormones are going crazy, and at this age, like, we literally don't really know what the effect of our decisions are going to be sometimes, and not a lot of people talk about the education on the effects. Like, I'm in 8th grade and we're currently learning about drugs, and we didn't learn about it in 6th and 7th that much, but I definitely think that when you're in middle school, you have to think about your decisions more because your hormones have a big effect on you, and I think that making those life-changing decisions, you might get addicted. It's just not good when you're at this age. Have you ever felt burnt out, and do you miss the old YouTube? I honestly have felt burnt out. Recently, I've just been unsure where I want my content to lead to because I love helping smaller YouTubers out, making videos that help you guys out, but I don't really know exactly what people want to see, and I've been asking. I don't know, I just feel really stuck right now, but I've just been trying to like push through and do what feels right to me at the moment. Have you ever gotten a hate comment? Definitely, I get hate comments every single day. It's not necessarily a ton on like every single video, but there are definitely videos that I get a lot of hate on, and then some videos where I get no hate on, but just in general, out of all the videos, I definitely get hate every day. But honestly, I've been on YouTube for like almost 5 years, and it just seems natural to me now. Obviously, hate comments are gonna sting a little bit, but you can let them bring you down, but you also have to realize that if you're getting more haters, that means that there's more people watching your videos. Are you in a clique at school? I have a lot of friends in different groups, and I really like that, and I kind of like being like a floater friend, being parts of different groups. For me, it's really important to have a well-rounded social circle. I try to talk to everyone. I don't really appreciate when people just stick to their group of friends. I don't really think it's good for you because you don't get a perspective on everyone. Every group of friends has their different backgrounds or different values. I don't know. I'm just really content with my friends, and I really want to make even more friends out of different circles. I think that gives you a wider perspective. How did you get to know God / Jesus for yourself and not for your family or parents? Thank you so much. I love this question, and it's kind of hard for me to answer it because I go to this camp called Camp Deer Run. But yeah, Camp Deer Run in Brookwoods has been such a big part of my life, and I don't know where my faith would be without it. But I don't want to tell you guys to just go to this camp because it's really expensive, and I know that it's just not realistic for everyone, and I'm so lucky to be able to go. It's still pretty expensive for me. So I don't want to tell people that the solution to faith is this camp, but it is definitely where a lot of my life has transformed. But I definitely think that honestly watching Christian YouTubers has been such a great encouragement for me. Just watching other people's testimonies, reading the Bible has made such a big difference. There's so many things that I didn't understand before reading the Bible, things I didn't believe, and just being able to read God's actual words is just really different because often I can be swayed and persuaded by other people's opinions. But when I read the Bible, I really interpret that by myself, and I really take those messages and they just seem so pure and true, and they're not influenced by other people. Sometimes we take other people's words too literally and we follow what they say, but we should really be looking to what the scripture is saying. Do you have any friendship advice? I have a hard time making friends in 8th grade. Honestly, 8th grade has been a pretty big roller coaster with friends. Letting yourself know that friendships are going to be hard in middle school and that it's constantly changing, that has really been helping me. Like trying to take it easy on myself and knowing that friendships will naturally come, but you do have to make an effort. I would just stay friendly, be approachable. Also realize that other people have to put an effort too, and just keep on trying to do your best, but you're definitely not alone. Middle school can be a really tough time with friends. Will you release merch? A lot of you guys asked this, and I really want to release merch soon. I've been trying to find a solid design. I really wanted to do like a dragon type design because my last name means dragon in Mandarin, but I'm still like brainstorming, and I just want to find something that's perfect and then release that and be super satisfied with what I'm putting out. Would you ever date in middle school as high school? Yes, I would, but it really depends on the person that you're dating. It's really important for me to date someone that has very similar morals and, you know, goals. How did you grow your audience? Does anyone help you with your vlogs? I do all my channel managing by myself. My sister likes to say she's my manager, but she doesn't really know how to manage my channel, so like I've been doing it, but I definitely need to teach her the ropes. I like being like my own boss. Do you watch It's Keisha? Yes, I do. I love her. She has great opinions and she is really good and eloquent at expressing her opinions. How do you balance school with YouTube? Balancing school with YouTube is so hard, but what I like to do is just do all my schoolwork first and then think about YouTube, because in the end school is more important. And sometimes it's frustrating when I do a lot of school and then I don't have free time for YouTube in the end, but I always find time like on weekends, or we have like hub weekends. Have you dated before? Nope. A lot of you guys seem to want to know a lot of relationship stuff. I honestly don't have that much experience, so I wish I could answer your questions, but still am pretty young. What sign are you? I'm a Virgo. Love you. Okay, I am a Cancer and I love you too. I'm definitely really sensitive. I follow a lot of the traits. I'm not that shy, but there is something where like once a Cancer starts liking someone, they get like super shy around them. And that is so true. I'm a person where I'm super talkative and social, extroverted, talk to a lot of people, okay? Once I start liking someone, it's just really hard for me to make eye contact. Really hard for me to start conversations, which is weird because I don't consider myself a shy person. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Thank you guys so much for watching my Q&A. Don't forget to follow my Instagram. On my Instagram, I try my hardest to respond to DMs. So again, if you have any questions, advice, anything you want to say, just go DM me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and turn on your notifications for my channel. That's all I gotta say, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. It was nice to get personal and open up.